Sofanista! Welcome back to the studio. So, as many of you know, for the last 2 weeks I was in New York City, and man, do I love that city. I absolutely loved it there, but it also gave me time to kind of reflect and think about kind of how long it took me to get to where I am now. And I wanted to share that journey with you. Come here. Come on over. You know, this is my studio. This is where everybody gets to come and hang out. But this is kind of my sanctuary, okay? And I want to show you guys a little bit about, well, first, my collection of beads, the wall of beads that I have here. And there are beads from all over the world. And the thing about the beads are that they make me think of my journeys. Like, for example, these are handmade glass beads from Greece, okay? I love the red. They are from a place in Athens called the Plaka, which is right in the center of Athens, right at the foot of the Parthenon. And this whole set of beads here, one day I went to the Plaka and I just picked a whole bunch of beads, and based on color, they're all handmade glass. And over the years I've used them. I probably went there, I don't know, something like 10 years ago. But at one time this whole thing was filled with different colored beads from that part of Greece. But they're kind of signature beads from Greece. But here I also have African glass. Now, these are old Coke bottles that are smashed up and then put in the fire again and made into beads. And they're giant. I mean, look at them. They're so cool. I haven't used them yet, but I know that I will. Now, these I probably got, oh my gosh, I think I got these 20 years ago. And I got them because at the time I was buying from an African bead distributor who used to come to my house. He used to come to my house. He would drive from, I don't know, I think he lived in Kansas City. And he would come to my house and he would put a big, on the front yard, he would put a big sheet on the front yard and then just lay beads down for me to choose. And he was such a nice man, and I haven't talked to him in like 5 years. I should find him again. Maybe that's why I'm talking to you guys today. But here, for example, some more beads from Greece. I call these matia because these are all my evil eye beads. Some of them are one-of-a-kinds like this I got a long time ago. Oh my gosh. I think I might have even gotten these from like one of my aunties or something. But I buy whole bags of these matia because, well, you know, we believe that they ward off the evil eye, and, you know, we can all use a little bit of help making sure we ward off evil, especially these days. But this is just, I mean, this whole wall is replete. I love that word, replete. Replete with stuff that I've bought on my travels. Now, these I didn't buy again from my travels, but I got them from that same African bead distributor. These are aluminum beads from Ethiopia. And I love these because they're kind of a staple. I love the silver color. I love the texture that they are. Each one of these kind of tells a story. This is one of my favorite ones. These are amber from Russia. I got these when I was in the Peace Corps in 1992. And that's when I traveled from Budapest to what then became St. Petersburg, like that month before. I traveled with a friend. We took 5 days in a van. It was actually an ambulance that he had painted and made into just like looking like a normal van. We drove from my town of Tata, Hungary, to St. Petersburg, and when I got all along the way, all I did was buy beads. And when I was in St. Petersburg, I had this down vest on, this down jacket. It was April. I remember it was white nights. And in my jacket, every time I'd buy a strand of beads, I would stuff the beads into my jacket. So by the end of my trip, I looked like the Michelin Man. That's a great look. Anyway, I still have these amber beads that I got in a market in St. Petersburg. Aren't they beautiful? They're cherry amber. And I've used different ones over the years. I made a beautiful bracelet with them. Remember, Sophanista, if you see anything here and you like it, and you say, hey, Soph, can you make me something out of that? The answer is yeah. Okay, moving on. Let's look at some more beads that I got in different places. Now, some of them, here's another set of beads that I love. These are cloisonne beads. And these are beads that I also got while I was in Peace Corps. I used to go to the marketplace every weekend. This was between 1990 and 1992. I would go to different marketplaces in different towns in Hungary and just buy beads. And these I got from a Chinese vendor. They're such good cloisonne, and even after, 1992 to now, it's like, 25 years? They're in such good shape. Because sometimes cloisonne, the technique sometimes the paint comes off. It's like, it's an enamel paint that's put onto metal. In this case, it's pink flowers with a blue background, and you can see the green leaves. Just gorgeous. Sometimes the enamel comes off of the paint if they're not that good, but these ones happen to be excellent quality. And I didn't even know at the time, because I just bought things because they were pretty. I didn't know half the stuff that I know now, like learning along the way that I did. Now, these are more amber that I got in Russia. These are also African beads. And these are more African beads. As you can tell, I love tribal. I love it. I love it. But also here, I have things like, I have vintage pieces that I've gotten along the way that I just think are pretty and that I might use someday. Like this pin is from my mother's tea room. My mother had a tea room in Oswego, Illinois, that she bought when I was in college. And I remember when she bought this tea room, I was like, really, Mom? It's going to be so much work. But my mom loved it. It was open from 10 till 2 every day, except Sunday. And people would come just looking for my mom. They would walk in and say, is Dacia here? And if she wasn't there, sometimes they would turn around and leave. But after about 20 years in that business, my mom ended up selling the business, not the space. The space she still kept. But she emptied out all of the drawers that she had, and there were a lot of antique pieces that she had picked up over the years, and this was one of them. So this piece actually makes me think of the times that I got to waitress at the old Oak Creek shops in Oswego, Illinois, when I would waitress people and take care of them for 2 hours, and they would leave me $1. Actually, it also makes me think of my mom, so. But anyway, moving on. I also have like lots of old watch pieces that I got over the years in like different antique markets. I cannot not tell you about my opal beads. Here we go. These are opals. Now, I got these in Vienna, in Austria. Again, when I was in Peace Corps in 1992. I was going to meet my parents in Vienna. And it was really early in the morning. I got there by train from Budapest, like at something crazy, like at 5 in the morning I landed. And I had nothing to do because my parents weren't going to be there until like 3 in the afternoon. So I walked up to somebody who I thought looked cool and in the train station, and I said, hey, where should I go? Show me on the map. So they showed me on the map this one station. I take the subway, I get out of the station, and it was a little bit scary. There was like, it was wall-to-wall people. I literally had to walk over people to get to the staircase that led me up, out, back onto the sidewalk. But when I got onto the sidewalk, there was this amazing flea market. And right across the street in the flea market was this giant gypsy caravan, like something out of a movie. It was painted in all these different colors, and I was like, immediately I was like, I'm going there. And they had strings of beads that they were selling. Beautiful glass beads. Like, now that I know they were vintage Czech glass. I didn't know that then, again, because I didn't know stuff then. But I bought a whole bunch of beads from them, and I still have little snippets of them, and that strand of opals is one of the beads I bought from the Gypsy Caravan. Is that cool or what? So, Sopanista, once again, I want to thank you for visiting with me here in my sanctuary where I work. This is where I make my jewelry. And I'm so happy that you come and visit me every Tuesday. It means so much to me. If you have any questions, post them right here. If you'd like to come into the studio, message us right here. Remember, www.sofiaferrero.com. We're always posting new jewelry. There's always fun things to look at, interesting things to look at. And in the next month, oh my gosh, we're going to have such amazing pieces to show you that we've been working on. So thank you once again for visiting with me, and I look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday. Thank you so much. Feel beautiful. Bye-bye.